Welcome to the Pro-Life Guy. In this episode we're going to be asking the question, why is this guy not pro-choice? Since the start of the modern abortion debate, basically somewhere in the late 60s, early 70s, the two sides of this issue have been grouped into two different categories. Those of us who are opposed to abortion are known as the pro-life side of the argument. It's kind of obvious, our name says it all. We are pro-life. We are pro-human life, pro-human rights, pro the life of unborn children. We are pro every human being's fundamental right to life. So we are the pro-lifers. On the other side of this issue are the pro-choice camp. Now, the pro-choice camp are well, the name suggests they're pro-choice, but it's not quite that simple really, because in actual fact they're not pro any old choice, they are pro the choice to have abortion. They are pro people being able to choose abortion if they want to. So why am I not a pro-choicer? Well, before I answer that question, I think it's important to unpack the label pro-choice, because it's a very clever piece of marketing if you break it down and think about it. Why? Well, number one, what it implies is that you are pro a choice that people are entitled to make. You are pro a choice that everyone should be able to make, and by inference, those of us on the other side of this issue, people like me who are the pro-lifers, we are somehow anti-people making their own choices. That's the implication. In fact, some pro-choicers even refer to people like me, pro-lifers, as anti-choicers, deliberately to try and create this impression that we are anti-people choosing things that they should be entitled to choose for themselves. It's a bit of a misnomer, because in actual fact pro-lifers like myself are quite pro-choice. We are pro people choosing what kind of medical care they will have during their pregnancy, who will be present at the birth, where they will have their baby, the type of delivery they'll have, etc, etc, etc. We are very pro-choice when it comes to women and pregnancy. But we also hold to one fundamental and very, very important reality. We believe quite firmly that there are some choices that if you want to be a truly just, compassionate, caring and ethical human being, you can never ever consider legitimate choices to be made. And the most important choice, I guess, that we should never make if we want to be truly just, caring and compassionate human beings who treat the other members of our community with the respect and dignity that they rightfully deserve by virtue of the fact that they're human persons, is that we should never ever choose to rob them of their existence. That no one has the right to choose to deny an innocent human person their fundamental right to life. And that's why ultimately we are opposed to abortion, and that's why I will never be pro-choice, because I don't believe it is ever a legitimate choice to make if you truly want to be a compassionate, loving and ethical human being. Then there's the other reason why I will never be pro-choice, because ultimately being pro-choice requires you to be, well, logically inconsistent. In fact, it requires you to embrace an illogical position. You see, often when I present about this issue of abortion in public, I have people say to me, okay, I understand that you're pro-life, I don't agree with that and I don't necessarily like that, but I accept that that's the position that you've decided to embrace. Why can't you also be pro-choice? So what they're suggesting is that I should be personally opposed to abortion, but at the same time be pro other people who perhaps aren't opposed to abortion being able to choose that for themselves if they want to. Well, the first thing is you don't really choose abortion for yourself. There is another human being involved in this equation, and they are the ones we are choosing abortion for, and they are the ones who lose their lives in this process. So that's the first important point. Second point is this: how can I truly claim to be opposed to something if on the one hand I say, yes, I am absolutely opposed to this thing, but at the same time I'm quite comfortable with other people choosing to do that thing if they want to? Am I really that opposed to abortion if on the one hand I say, I absolutely abhor abortion, I don't think it's legitimate and I am opposed to it, but I'm okay with other people choosing to do that if they want to? Imagine if I said to you, I am absolutely opposed to slavery, but I'm pro-choice and I think that it's okay for other people if they want to enslave people, own slaves. I'm comfortable with them choosing to do that. It's not a choice I would make, but that's their decision. Or perhaps if I said to you, I'm totally opposed to drink driving, but I'm okay with other people who want to choose drink driving for themselves. If they feel comfortable with that, they feel okay about it, then why shouldn't they be able to choose that for themselves? It's a position that doesn't make any sense. And ultimately, that's one of the big reasons why I will never be pro-choice. First of all, because I don't believe it ever is a legitimate choice to take another innocent human being's life. But secondly, it's illogical. How can I claim to be opposed to something if at the same time I also say that I'm quite comfortable with other people carrying out this thing? You see, I want to be a truly loving, committed, ethical and compassionate member of my community. And what that means is that I have an obligation, if I want to be known as that, and I want to live a life of compassion, of care, of love and of ethics, then what that means is that I need to care about more than just my own life. And I need to respect more than just my own life. I need to respect the life, the rights, the fundamental right to life of every single human being, no matter how small, no matter how young, no matter where they happen to be right now. See you next time on The Pro-Life Guy. Are you a fan of Life TV on Facebook yet? You're not? Well, you should be. Go there right now. Details are down here in front of me about our Facebook page. Go there, become a fan. If you're not on Facebook, that's okay. We're also on Twitter. Once again, the details are right here in front of me. Go to Twitter and start following us. What? You're not on Twitter and you're not on Facebook, but you are on Pinterest? Great! We're also on Pinterest too. Details are down here in front of me. Get on Pinterest and start following us. If you don't want to do any of those things, why not just become a regular subscriber to Life TV on YouTube? That way you'll get instant notification anytime we post up a new webisode. Oh, and don't forget, while you're here, why not leave a comment in the comment section below? Do you agree with what I've just said? Do you disagree? Do you think I talk too fast? Do you think my hair looks funny? Do you think I'm a nutty pro-lifer? Let me know. Put your comments in the comment section below. Until next time, kisses! See you next time on The Pro-Life Guy.